Alright, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our Pokemon Fire Red playthrough. We're just about to take on Lieutenant Surge, and just a quick team recap. We got Chuck the Nidoking, we got Gloom the Gloom. I don't know why I didn't name that or something. Same with Pidgeotto, we got Pidgeotto the Pidgeotto, and then we got Cade the Wartortle, and we're probably just gonna. Oh, we got Meowth, but that's just for cut, and apparently it has pickup as well, because it's holding something. Yeah, but we're probably just going to wipe this entire team, or gym, with Chuck alone, because we taught him to dig last episode. So we'll just go right in here. What I'm planning to do this episode, obviously beat Surge real quick, get the 3rd gym badge. We'll finally be over a quarter of a way there. And then probably get through the tunnel that you're supposed to use Flash for. And then I guess we'll just see what happens from there. I might end up actually just using, Flash in the tunnel just for easier time, like you guys seeing it or whatever, especially since I have openings in my team right now. Usually I kind of just go through it because I've somewhat memorized it. Obviously I still kind of get lost in there, but for the most part I know my way through the tunnel, but I'll see who I can teach Flash to, just to make it a little bit easier. So we finally got our Soul Link back up and going, which is nice. We should be keeping that consistent now that Chuck's got his issue figured out that I was talking about last episode, because he started streaming again and everything, so it's at least manageable currently. And then of course I'll just keep on doing this in between the recording sessions of the Soul Link in order to get through this. I know it's not really getting any views whatsoever, but I'm kind of just doing it to fill the time that I currently have, because I kind of just, my current schedule is to just stack all of my work up on basically one day that isn't tests, and then I kind of study and everything and do all my tests on Friday, because everything's usually due by Sunday for school anyway. So to kind of fill my time, I'm recording this and editing it to kind of familiarize myself with the editing software. But there we go. We just got our 3rd badge. Should be up on the layout now. Yeah, I've always been interested in video editing, but at the same time, most video editing software that's useful is usually I have to pay for, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this earlier, since I'm going to college and I have to have the Adobe package for. I always forget this guy comes here. I have to have the Adobe package for my classes. That I get Premiere with that. Ooh, yeah, I haven't fought all these guys, so we can train up Pidgeotto on these guys here. Just a little bit of training up along the way, since we got a new episode. I'll usually try and, I guess, keep out most. I might even go to since it's not a Nuzlocke or anything, I might even go to training off screen a bit. Especially since it's not a highly viewed series. Just to kind of keep it coming out smoothly, I might do some training off screen. That way, every single episode is just us doing stuff. Obviously, if it was a Nuzlocke, you'd want at least a montage, but otherwise, because then if something happened during the training, then you could just stop speeding up the recording and be like, oh, well, we just lost somebody. Which is unfortunate, but that's why usually montages are in Nuzlocke. Yeah, but I don't know. We're at like 5 minutes. We might be able to take on the next gym. The grass gym is the next gym, right? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I mean, if we can get there in time, maybe. But we have to go through this route. Pick up some items, get through the tunnel. Yeah, I don't know if we have time for that, because then you have to go through another route to actually get to the city, because you come out in Lavender Town. I think it's Lavender Town. The place with the dead Pokemans. Oh yeah, that's one thing that I at least heard. It's one of those like kind of conspiracy theory type things, because after you beat your rival on the boat, he drops Raticate, however you say it, and on the next time you fight him, which is in Lavender Tower, so there's like at least a fan theory, whatever you want to call it, that like he's there burying his Raticate, and he battles you, and as he battles you, you know, you see he doesn't have a Raticate anymore. And I'm pretty sure he just like miraculously has a Gyarados. Never had the magic route, which I find interesting, because like they gave him an Abra, and you see all the stages of Abra, but then they just like give him a Gyarados. It would have been cool to like, I mean obviously it would have been kind of easy, but then again they'd give him an Abra with only teleport, so I feel like they would have done it. Especially since, because the thing is, he comes from the route where Secret Power, or Hidden, no yeah, Secret Power is, but his Abra only has teleport, so like, he technically should have had an Abra that could have known Secret Power, but he only knows teleport the first time around. How lucky is that? He's got him a Chop instead of a Rock type. Get them levels. And I might even start speeding up a bit on the episodes. I'm still kind of iffy about that, just because I know whenever I watch, like, I don't know, I'm kind of like 50-50 on it, but like, especially if it's something that is kind of like meaningless, like story type stuff, because most people, you know, they've probably seen the story. I'm okay with people speeding through that, so I don't know, I might start using it. But I'll have to decide that, or if I ever get feedback, maybe that will decide it, who knows. But at least currently, I'll withhold from that and see if we ever get anybody that has an interest in the series watching. And then this should be actually, yeah, I think this is Aerial Ace. Either that or I already picked it up and I didn't pay attention. One of these two down here is Aerial Ace. I'll probably teach that to Pidgeotto. And we're getting pretty close to our next... Yeah, pretty close to our next member, so that's exciting. Gonna have Jolteon pretty soon, and I'm probably gonna evolve Eevee like right as soon as we get it. Because I'm pretty sure as long as you evolve it like immediately, then like a couple levels later it gets its like first electric move, maybe. I don't know. Either that or I always teach it like Shockwave, and that's why it has it. Because I mean Shockwave's pretty good. so never misses 60 power, pretty decent move. That's probably what I normally do. I don't know, I'll have to look up, like, learn the moveset and everything that it learns. Ooh, acid. Let's see what kind of stuff we got over here. The foe is sprayed with a harsh, lowering its defense. Ooh, could lower its defense. Doesn't have a chance to poison though. Maybe I get rid of stun spore, because I also have poison powder and sleep powder. Yeah, I think I get rid of stun spore, because I think sleep powder is better than stun spore. We can get some, yeah, like that's all I'm running Gloom for really, is like all those status changes. Burn heal, yeah, the other one must have been Aerial Ace. Let me see if I can thwack that onto, yeah, there it is. Thwack that onto Pidgeotto. What move should be forgotten? So we know Gust, Quick Attack, Gust, Sand Attack, and Tackle. I might just get rid of Tackle, because Quick Attack's stronger and has priority, and has 100% accuracy, and then this could just be a secondary flying type move, so yeah. And poof. I always forget, do they actually have like a pure flying type in this game? Like is Spearow pure flying, or are both of the flying types half normal, half flying? Because I never understood why they did that with Pidgey. It's like, oh, it's a bird, but it's also part normal, so like the thing that is supposed to resist is just neutral damage to it. It always made me so mad, especially whenever you're going up against like the Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee in the Elite Four, because then they actually become dangerous because you don't resist their attacks. But then again, they also know like Rock Throw or whatever it is, so there's also that. Ah yes, the bliss of moves that never miss. So good. Now I think the next move we get is like Wing Attack or whatever. The next good move anyway. That's flying. Got that stab. No, I always feel like I'm having a bias whenever I throw Pidgeot onto the team. Maybe I should run Fearow. I just know that like technically I'm pretty sure Pidgeot. Well, I say Pidgeot's better, but Fearow also gets Drill Peck, which is pretty decent. So that's a pretty decent move, and it also gets Mirror Move, which I don't think Pidgeot gets. Get those level ups, which I don't know. I don't like Mirror Move, but I guess it can be useful. And we'll also pretty soon be getting that Blastoise. Like we'll be getting Blastoise, Pidgeot pretty soon. Like 32s. I think Blastoise is like 34 or something, but Pidgeot should be like 32, I think. Our team's getting up there. Vileplume will get same time we get Jolteon probably. Oh no, I had to look at Gloom's moveset as well to see if I need to keep Gloom longer to learn like a decent move on it. But then again, I also get Giga Drain whenever I beat the gym that's right over there. So there's also that. And when do we get Surf? Or Cade? Surf's pretty good. I don't even know when we get it. Sometime soon. I know this next part of the game really just like bunches together. Rapid spin can be nice, just because it does all that, it gets rid of all those moves, but I don't think it's like, it's more of a PvP move than it is like a decent move in regular. Because most AIs don't really like try to sit up on you, and you know, bind and everything doesn't do that much damage, so. I'll just heal up real quick and go straight in there. Well, actually, I say go straight in there. I need to see who I need to teach Flash to real quick, and then we'll be on our way. We should be able to breeze through this game with our current alignment of Pokemon. We got a water type and a grass type, so. Man, remember the day. I just realized you have to go get Flash from one of the guys with the Pokédex. Yep, we're just going. We're just doing it. We're just doing it. I hope you guys can bear with me through the darkness, because I really don't feel like going and getting it. Especially since most of the time I can kind of just get through here anyway. There should be like an item right over here. All these Zubats. See, this would be the time for speed ups right here. There's an item. Yes. Gotta repel. I don't like the fact of how many trainers that are in here that you can avoid, because I always thought I just battled all the people because like they were just in the way from the path that I found, and like they're supposed to punish you for not being able to see, but not like tons of them you can't even actually avoid. So it's something else. Cubone, such a nice little Pokemon. I got a couple people that I know that like that's their favorite Pokemon. Focus energy. Something I'm pretty sure that they only did they fix it in Gen 2? I don't know. I feel like they might have only fixed it in Gen 3. I know in Gen 1, like, instead of increasing, it just made it to where you could no longer hit crits, essentially. And which is where it's supposed to actually double your chances, so yeah, it was a great move altogether. I'm gonna need to put you to sleep, because that's gonna do some damage. Sleep powder. I'm actually surprised at my luck with hitting all the powders in this game. Like, I normally get pretty lucky with them only being like 75% accuracy. Although a lot of the time what happens is I hit it and then this happens right here. It woke up literally the next turn. So, yeah. Although it might have like, I don't know, is that, I would assume so, because it's in Ruby and Sapphire, the like early bird or whatever it is, like you wake up quick. It's like you wake up as soon as you can, essentially. Just head over here, head up, and wild encounter. I feel like going through here blind might actually be quicker, just because I don't know. They might only do the little animation for wild encounters for like right where you are. I don't know. Maybe it's still the entire screen, you just can't see it. It probably is. That would be a cool little like speedrunning tactic or whatever, I guess. Just like only go through here while it's dark to do faster animations. I'm actually using a Slowpoke right now in my, like I'm just doing a personal run through of Heart Gold, and I was just like trying to mix up all the Pokemon I was using that like I don't normally use. Well, besides 3. I normally like always use 3 Pokemon in that game, and that is obviously one of the starters, which I usually either go for Totodile or Cyndaquil. I don't really like Bayleaf that much in that game for whatever reason. I just don't. I'm pretty sure that's what I picked my first playthrough, but after that, and then I get Ampharos because that's like one of my favorite Pokemon. And it's really good, especially for Lance, because once again you got all those flying type dragons. So, and then either Crobat or Quagsire, because Quagsire is like really tanky, can't be hit by electric types. So like literally his only weakness is the quad weakness that he has, but then you just have like Cyndaquil and you throw him out there, so yeah. So right now I started out with Cyndaquil, I picked up Ampharos, Crobat, it's not Crobat yet, then I'm gonna get Umbreon, which I normally also, like that's one of the Pokemon I kind of rotate in and out, Umbreon, Espeon. And then I got Heracross and Slowpoke, which is going to be Slowbro, because I don't have a way to get Slowking, because you had to trade. But, I mean, it's still a pretty decent Pokemon. And it's pretty fun thus far. That's also another game that we could probably do in the future, either me and Chuck with a collab, or just on the channel itself, and I can throw it through a randomizer and turn off like or turn on impossible evos, so I could get, I could get Slowkings and Gengars and everything like that, because it makes them evolve like, I don't know, like late 30s, early 40s, something like that. I think it depends on the Pokemon. Like they make it harder. I think the better the Pokemon is. So like Gengar might be 40 something, to whereas like I'm pretty sure I was looking in like if you get like a Poliwhirl, it's only like 37 because it's seen as not as like the best as far as like stat boosts go. Whereas if you got like Gengar, Alakazam, they're like super good, but the only way you can really unlock their like full potential is to get that 3rd evolution. So, and of course pseudo legendaries are if they need to trade. I know a lot of pseudo legendaries is just straight up you gotta level them up anyway. Oh man, I'm hoping we can get through this cave this episode. Which I mean we have to get to this ladder, make it through the next one. I think we got 3 more tiles. We had to finish this one, then there's another one that kind of snakes you around, and there's one where it's like 3 hiker dudes. And then there's the last one. But we got Pidgeotto out here in the front, so well frick. So we can get away from most of the wild encounters. I guess I could also actually slap that repel on as well. Yeah, but now I think about it, yeah, I'll probably only grind off camera, like, right before the Elite Four or something, because I just realized whenever we go through, like, Team Rocket, we'll probably get quite a bit of level ups on our team. So, especially since we're kind of on par with, like, all of our Pokemon right now, with all these guys. I feel like we're good right now. Okay, at this guy. Look at this man's. Yeah, but I'm hoping everybody's getting kind of excited like I am about, oh, I should have thrown Gloom out there, get some levels. About everything kind of coming together on this series, about to get a full team layout on the overlay. We've gotten over a quarter of the way there. Only 5 gym badges left, which the next one should be pretty quick, considering we got Pidgeotto here. I won't have Arcanine by that. Well, actually, can I get Arcanine? Depends on when I get Surf and who I have to beat to use Surf. I'm pretty sure I have to beat Koga to use Surf, which I should be able to body Koga, I believe. Because I got, like, I don't know, if Gloom had Leech Seed, I could probably body it pretty easy. Oh no, I got Nidoking with Thrash, so since he's poison resist, because like ground is really good, but only like on his muck, because I'm pretty sure everything else has levitate, so like you can't just body it like Surge with Dig. Yeah, but I could probably Thrash through everything and then just throw out the Dig on the muck. So yeah, I could probably body Koga and get Arcanine before the Grass Gym. Yeah, that might work. I also need to look up when to evolve Arcanine, because yeah, we got 3 team members right now that are only evolved through a stone. So I need to look up when the best time to make them evolve is for moves and such. Because most Pokemon like that have, most of their good moves are whenever they're weaker. Okay, so now we gotta go through this little windy area. There's a item in here somewhere. I don't think it's that important though. I think it might actually be a TM, but like I said, I don't think it's one that really will bother us. Oh, I'm looking at the time. We might be able to do it. We might just be able to do it though. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, but Pidgeotto out here female, and since this is an old game, they ain't got none of that same sex stuff going on, so that basically the only benefit of that, essentially, because you can abuse it. Personally, yeah, don't take that as a comment as my personal belief. I don't care who likes who, so love whoever you want to, my dudes and dudettes is. But as far as a game mechanic, you can abuse it. That's one of the, like, only... Oh yeah, here we go, wing attack. Let's see. We got 60, so I say we get rid of Gust, just because Sand Attack is somewhat useful, so... And I'm pretty sure we'll replace... I think we get Feather Dance at some point, and I'll probably replace Sand Attack with Feather Dance. I can't remember if this is the last guy, there might be one more right before the ladder. Got a Judo. Get some Gloom, some more levels. I hope Gloom learns like Mega Drain or something. Because like Giga Drain is good, but I'm pretty sure it only has like 5 power points, so it's like not the best in the long run. Honestly, if you have like a Mega Drain with a big root or whatever it is, like the one that increases how much health you get, I think that's actually the best route to go as far as like power contrasted with the power points in the move. Do 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 do. Yeah, I gotta do some research for the right side of the screen essentially. I needed to look at Gloom's moves to see when to evolve Gloom. I need to look at Eevee's and Jolteon's moves to see like if I want any of Eevee's moves before I evolve it, which I don't think I do. And I need to look at Arcanine's moves to see when I want to evolve Arcanine to see if Growlithe learns any moves. Oh, any moves before Arcanine that I would want. Do 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 do. We got that wing attack now. The animation for wing attack is always interesting to me. Just forming two tornadoes on either side of you, just chucking them at a Pokemon. Always some interesting tidbits that you find in these games. Oh, it looks like Meowth is holding something. He probably has for the last 10 times I looked in the inventory, but I wasn't paying attention. That's not what I wanted to use. But oh well. Use Bite. It's another interesting thing. I'm pretty sure in later gens, but I could be mistaken, I'm pretty sure they take away Slowpoke's or Psychic type until, like, he still learns the moves, but I don't think he actually gains the Psychic typing until he evolves. Could be wrong on that though. I know it happens on one Pokemon that I was like recently looking at using. Like he didn't get the second typing until evolution. Don't know who it is though. There it is. And now we just gotta go. I think there's a. Is this a double battle? No. I think there might be a double battle in here. Either that or it's just 2 back to back. We are a little bit over time, but I'll just get to the end of this and then wrap up the episode. We're still within the 30-minute mark. Clefairy. Do 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 do. Ooh, it's gonna live. Are we infatuated? Nah, we good. Oh, but we are asleep though, which is quite unfortunate. I always remember the first time when I got a Nidoking really quick because like I didn't know about stone, like this is whenever I didn't know about stone evolutions and everything, and I was like, what is this for? And I saw like you could use a moonstone, and it was like highlighting my Nidorino or whatever, and I was like, oh, what does this do? And like it evolved. I'm pretty sure it screwed me up though, because I didn't get like one move I needed to, but obviously at the time I didn't even know about stone evolutions, so there was no way I was gonna know about moves and everything like that. And then I'm pretty sure, like I said, I've never really used Nidoking in a playthrough, so I'm pretty sure like right after I just threw in the box for whatever reason, even though it's a pretty bulky, decent mon, so could have had ease that first time that I was talking about a couple episodes ago. Whenever I struggled to beat the Elite Four day after day, if I would have just thrown a Nidoking in there, maybe I could have had an easier time. But who knows? Probably not though, because like I said, I tried to take it on with like Eradicate in my team, and who knows what else. Just whatever I caught. I'm pretty sure there was a Primeape in there. You know, which I guess could have been decent actually, because you know, strong against ice, strong against rock. But I mean, there is like Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee, which is a little bit stronger. And I'm pretty sure, like as a kid, I always had this like thing in my mind where it's like, the longer you have a Pokemon, the stronger it is. Like no matter what, like not just because obviously it would be a higher level. I just thought that if you went out and caught a Pokemon, even if it was higher level, like my Pokemon would be stronger because I had it longer, which I guess in a sense they built that in, but not really in the way I was thinking, because like technically you do build up a friendship, and you know that makes certain ones evolve, and in the newer games anyway, that makes them not get O-code, but definitely not just like, oh well, I can't use other Pokemon because I haven't trained them long enough, and I don't want to spend the amount of time I trained these Pokemon on those Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know, it was a weird... had just weird thoughts implemented in my mind by like some weird observation I saw at one time. Okay. I think that should be it. I think we can leave now without fighting anybody else. Maybe one other person, I'm not sure. Even a Machoke would have been better than a Primeape, I think. I don't know, I just don't rank Primeape high in the, Nope, we had to fight one other person. I'm pretty sure it's just one Pokemon though. Watch it be 6. Oh, 3. Come on, I got an episode to end, guys. I didn't see what that was. Ah, it was honest. Got them levels. Soon we'll have a coverage for flying types. I might even just try and like rush over there next episode to just like get that Jolteon online. Okay, now we should be able to just snake our way right out here. Oh, frick. There it is. Alright, this is where we'll end this episode. Next episode, we got so many avenues to go on. We can go get that Eevee, we can beat the Grass Gym, we can do the Team Rocket hideout. There's just so many possibilities for next episode. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed, you know, let me know in the comments or whatever, and be looking forward to the Soul Link. We got that back online. Anyway, guys, I will see you next time. See ya.